This is Cruiser. He's my 2-year-old. And when I first got on here, I think my left rein I had a little tight. He just got a little sensitive to something and wanted to back up. And I don't want them to move at all when I get on, so I tried it again, and they're much better. Always want to make sure that they don't move when you get on. They can stand with their feet planted to the ground. I got him late summer, I think it was, if I remember right. And so, since a yearling, I did lots of groundwork to prepare for when he turned 2, July 4th. So I've only been riding him since July 4th. And this is August 30th. He's doing great. I've done a lot of desensitization with him, so he's pretty chill about a lot of things. But he is still a horse, so still have to remember. A few days ago, he spooked in this corner of my arena, but he responded really well to the one rein stop and got it shut down pretty quick and easy. Something was rustling around in the weeds there. That happens. One of the things he's gonna have to start getting used to, 'cause I won't stay in an arena. He's doing pretty good turning at the walk. Responding pretty well. Good boy. I need to start teaching him to side pass on a fence or something. I've done the groundwork for it, I just need to try it in the saddle. But I gotta try it on the ground some more too. Never have too much groundwork to prepare them for riding. Anything you do in the saddle, you have to do it on the ground first. When we walk, he tends to sometimes want to pull down on the bit. He's finally getting a little better about that. I asked him to trot there. He's doing pretty good. Backing up sometimes, he's kind of stiffens up. I can't release the reins until he's backing good underneath me when it feels like he's moving smoothly. And he's also dipping his nose in towards his chest a little bit. But he has to be dipping his nose in and moving freely for me to release him. Because if I release him when he's not, then he ain't gonna learn correctly how to back. Trotting, he's doing great. We try not to do too much trotting, just enough to understand things. Just in case, you never know, and something might startle them and get them into a trot. You want to make sure they're used to the trot a little bit and you're bouncing. Right here, I was waiting for a good, and I also had to use that left leg to encourage his butt to not. He ends up walking to the left. Steer his butt with my legs. No rodeo today. I'm starting to ride him bareback in my trees down there in the pasture. He's doing great. I rode him bareback last night, actually, down in those trees. Next thing I want to do, as soon as my family wants to ride with me when it's not so hot, we'll take all 3 horses and go down the road, and I'll practice getting him to stop and let them walk ahead a little bit, and then go when I'm ready, and then trot past them. I don't ever want to have them trot towards their buddies, but once we get even with them a little bit ahead, then I'll start having them trot ahead and then have them stop again. Right there, he pulled down on the bit. I tried to correct him a little bit. I tried to pull down again there. He's not perfect, but he's doing pretty darn good for just a 2-year-old baby. Oh, good boy. Good back. Right here, he stiffens up a little bit. I try not to pull harder. I mean, it's important that you keep the pressure the same, but I don't want to release until he's moving freely and bringing his nose towards his chest like that right there. You just gotta feel for just the right moment to let up. And since he didn't stand well in the beginning, I just teased him, pretended like I was done. And then I went to get on again, just to make sure that he was standing good. Yep, he was standing good. And I think sometimes it's better to leave the rein a little bit loose there, at least for this horse. I mean, it totally depends on your situation, because I was hurt when well, that was just a different situation. That horse was not desensitized enough. Cruiser is desensitized. Every situation is different, so you have to be careful and trust your instincts. Listen to the horse. The horse will tell you what you're doing wrong. That's a good boy. That was a perfect backup for getting off and calling it good. He's getting better at taking the bridle off, not wiggling his head around all over the place. Like, hurry! And lastly, I let them stand tied after each training session. It teaches them patience. It's good for them.